All right, welcome everyone. I am Kim Waller. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus, and that's Cheyenne Weeble.
Hey y'all, I'm Cheyenne. Sorry. I'm an ambassador with Plexus, and I'll tell my story in just a little bit though.
So we're gonna we'll try to go through this quick. A lot of times when we cover all of the training, it's a lot, and you feel like you're drinking from, a fire hose. So just know that everything we're going to teach you, or we're going to talk to you about, you can go over it with your upline. You can go back and learn little bits and pieces. This is just kind of an overview of Plexus. And then on our team pages, we have different little trainings that go break things down. So I'm going to share my story as quick as I can. I'm a homeschool mom. This is my 22nd year homeschooling. A few years ago, I was, my whole life. I don't want to say a few years ago. I was beyond tired. My whole life, I struggled with stomach issues. I would eat something and I would double over in pain. It got to the point where I couldn't even eat sugar without it giving me a migraine. When I was first married, I go into this whenever I talk about the products later on, but in other videos on my team page, but I didn't even go to the bathroom, but maybe once a week. And I really just thought it was normal. And it wasn't until I married my husband and I realized that he goes to the bathroom more than once a week. And I thought that's just a new concept. I had never known that people needed to go to the bathroom. And so now that I'm educated on it, I realize how toxic my body was. I started working for a naturopath. And that's really when I started learning about going to the bathroom and the things that we're putting in our bodies, and really about supplements. And y'all, in that process, I cleaned up my diet. I was eating 100% paleo. If you know anything about paleo, no sugar, no grains, no dairy. A lot of times people do that and maybe they have cheat days on the weekends. I was not. I never had a cheat day. For like 3 years, I was very, very serious about my diet because I was trying to heal my stomach. I was doing everything. I was working out all the time. I was doing everything I could just to be healthy. And I would still come home. I would need naps. Every time I'd go to work out, I would lay on the couch. And then as a homeschool mom, it's hard when you need naps all the time. I was exhausted. We were also in a rough place financially. We had 2 daughters in college. Money was tight. I was the mom that would go to Walmart. I would love to tell you that I went to Target, but I couldn't afford Target. So I went to Walmart and I would add up everything in my basket before we checked out just to make sure that I had enough money. And one day I was having time with the Lord, doing my normal Bible study. And he got a hold of my heart and he said, Kim, this is what I felt like he said. It wasn't audibly, but as I was journaling and stuff, he said, I have so much more for you than you have for yourself. Why did you stop dreaming? And that just kind of, I remember starting to cry and going, what do you mean that you have more for me? And what do you mean dreaming? I mean, y'all, dreaming to me was getting a nap in the afternoon, right? That was my biggest dream. The following day, I heard about Plexus. Now, I had watched friends post about it on Facebook. I'm a supplement snob. I thought it was a scam. But when I went the next day, I had new eyes. And it was my sweet friend, Brittany, told me about Plexus. She told me about the business opportunity. And guys, what it did, it gave me hope. It gave me hope that my life could change. And I used my life savings, which was $251 of garage sale money that I had a garage sale probably a year before, but I'd always kept money stashed away just in case we needed it. That's what you do when you have a poverty mindset. You live in fear that something is going to go wrong, and that's what I was doing. And I used my money, and I started my business, and y'all, my entire life has changed. The rest is history. My stomach issues are gone. Financially, we have been able to pay for weddings. We have been able to go on vacations. We don't worry. We don't have to wonder where the rest of our bills are going to get paid whenever we run out of money. We used to run out of money every month, and we don't have to do that anymore. We give, and we can tithe and do things that we've never been able to do. And so I feel better now. I'm a grandma, and I feel better now than I did in my 20s.
That's so awesome. I love hearing your story. Like every time I hear it, I get like an excitement. Like this is what this business can do for people, right? Like it's incredible. But like I said earlier, my name is Cheyenne and I am a Diamond Ambassador with this company. My journey started in May of, well, that's when I guess I was first contacted, May of 2013. I was a kindergarten teacher. I was finishing up my 15th year of teaching. Loved my job, loved my kiddos, loved seeing how far they came in school every year. But I had always had that desire to be a stay-at-home mom. And honestly, it just was not an option. My husband was in medical sales. He made great money, but we loved to spend that money, right? So it was like we could never get ahead. And so in May of 2013, I was getting ready to go with my two daughters at the time, JC and Macy. We were going on a month-long mission trip to Vietnam that summer. And my husband and our team was going to meet us there at the end of June. But we were getting ready to go, and out of the blue, I get a message from a friend of mine that I had met through missions. And she said, hey, will you take this little pink drink packet and this little bottle of accelerator, will you take Plexus to our missionary friend that's a mutual friend of ours that I was actually going to go see and go stay with? And I had said, okay, but then I started panicking. I'm like, am I going to get in trouble at customs? What is this? Y'all, I was packing for a month for me and my two daughters. And I will tell you, I ate like an 8th grader, okay? 8th grader, what did I eat every day? I drank a Dr. Pepper, a bag of Cheetos, and a whatchamacallit candy bar every single day. And as an adult, I still ate that way. So my supplement snob Kim would be cringing thinking about what I was packing in that box. But I knew I was going to Vietnam for a month. So I was really concerned about how big these products were and how much of my 50-pound box it was going to take up, because I really needed my macaroni and cheese and my donuts and my spaghetti and all my yummy, yummy, delicious chips and everything else. So Celeste told me, hey, it's not going to take up much room and you're not going to get in trouble in customs. So I said, okay, I'll take it. Well then y'all, okay, I wanted to know what it was that I was taking, right? So I started looking at her Facebook page, because I'd only see her a couple of times a year. So it wasn't like we were great friends. So I started looking, and all of a sudden I realized she had lost close to 30 pounds or maybe right at 30 pounds. And I thought, oh my goodness, she looks amazing. I want some of that. So y'all, when I started my Plexus journey, it was all about weight loss, but I quickly found out it was so much more than that. But at the time, it was just weight loss, right? So I told her, hey, I want to try this stuff. So I became a preferred customer, and I wanted to get the best price for my products. And I don't even think she told me at the time that I could become an ambassador. And if she did, I didn't even know what that meant. So I signed up as a customer, started taking the products, and within 3 days, I lost 3 pounds. I posted that on Facebook. I was just excited that a product actually worked for me. I was not trying to sell anything. My husband was the salesman, and I had somebody that was interested. So I called up my friend and I said, hey, I have a new customer for you. And that's when she said, you should think about selling this. I said, no, I'm good. I'm good. I see what my husband goes through. He hates his job. I don't want to be in sales. And she said, no, just think about it. If you get 2 more people, you already have 1. If you get maybe 2 more people that are buying like the triplex combo or whatever it was at the time, she said, you could make enough money that you could turn around and buy your products with that money. And I thought, I could use a good deal, right? So I signed up. And that's where everything changed for me and my family. So once I signed up, I became very consistent on my products. I kicked my soda habit. I lost, in the very beginning, I had lost 12 pounds, ended up losing 20. Whenever I lost the 12 pounds is right when I came back from Vietnam, and everybody said, but that's because you don't like Vietnamese food. And I said, but I had my 50-pound box. Y'all, I was finding every pizza place possible in the beginning with Plexus, but here's what changed. I was eating less and I was craving water. I kicked that soda habit. I was eating less and I was just guzzling water. And by the time I got home, when I had more choices, I started craving healthy food. It was kind of insane. Well, as the summer went on, my team started growing, and I ended up losing the 20 pounds. But then what happened is my husband, my medical sales guru husband, starts looking into the products, and he starts taking them, and those cramps and pains that he would get in his legs at night that kept him up every single night, those went away. And he started sleeping through the night for the first time in a couple of years. Then once school started again, the first thing he noticed is he said, honey, you're not tired anymore. You're actually staying up till 10 o'clock like an adult, and we're having adult conversations. And I started thinking back to the year before with Plexus, or before Plexus. Y'all, I would literally come home from school. I would go into my bedroom, turn off my lights, and I would sit there and watch TV for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours until Kevin got home. Our girls would be off playing, doing homework, whatever. And then we'd have dinner. I would sit down on the couch to watch TV, and I'd be asleep on the couch. I was exhausted before Plexus, but I thought that was normal. I thought it was part of being a kindergarten teacher and part of being a mom. With Plexus, I was coming home. I was, working on different things. I was engaging with my kids. We'd have dinner. Then I could engage with my husband, put my kids to bed, and we actually could watch a movie or have just an adult conversation. It was insane. So it was so great. That was the first thing he noticed. But then we had a family member that really suffered from anxiety and depression. And that family member just had not been themselves for about 11 months at this point. And the doctor had told them that they had blood sugar issues. Well, within 3 days of trying out the Slim, that person was skipping around their house, and that person was back, right? Like they got their life back. So at that point I thought, I don't care if I make another dime with this company, I'm in it for life. But God had different plans. He continued to grow my business. And by January of 2012, I ended up going Emerald, and that's the third highest rank in the company. And at that point, you can earn a Lexus and a trip to Hawaii. And that was super exciting because I had never thought I'd own a Lexus, and I knew I'd never be able to take a trip to Hawaii. And then a month and a half or 2 months later, I went Sapphire. And then by May of 2014, 11 months into my journey, because I signed as an ambassador in June of 2013, I hit the top of the company. And so for y'all, that changed our lives. I mean, tremendously. I mean, just even going halfway through that year, it changed our life tremendously. But at that point, I was able to quit my job. My husband was able to quit the job that he hated. I got to become a stay-at-home mom, a work-from-home mom. And it really helped us focus on things that the Lord put in front of us. So for us, our family, we focus on our family and church and friends, of course, but then he put missions, and he had missions in front of us for several years, but we're able to go on these mission trips and not worry where those funds were going to come from. We were able to bring our daughter home from Vietnam in 2017. We paid for college for one of our other girls, and we paid for club soccer for another one, and got to take her to play soccer in Europe, and just all sorts of amazing things that I know would have stressed us out had we not had Plexus. So it's truly been life-changing for us, not just financially, but with the products as well. That is my story, and that's how I got started. So now I want to tell you a little bit about Plexus history. So Plexus started as a breast health company in 2005. Slim was launched in 2009, and then it was crazy because right around the time that I started, sales with Plexus started just going crazy. And in 36 months, we went from $300,000 in sales to $37 million in sales. Y'all, we're a debt-free company. We, a couple of years ago, I think I did this last time. I always try to look at the date. I think it was 2015. We had the groundbreaking on our new building now in Arizona. And we thought at the time that we thought that that building would last forever, which the building's still there, but we had to actually go buy 12 more acres of land recently because we're that big. We're overflowing out of that new building that we just broke ground on and just built back in 2015. So it's incredibly, it's so amazing to just see how much we've grown just since I've been a part of it since 2013. And so, yeah, we're a debt-free company. There's not a lot of companies that can say that. And the great thing about that is Alec and Tarl. Tarl is our CEO. Alec is our president. The great thing about being debt-free is if Tarl and Alec want to do something, they don't have to get a board's approval. They don't have to go through other people to get approval. They get to do what's best for their ambassadors and their customers and their employees. It's what they think is best. And I guarantee you what they think is best is what's best for us because they have a heart of gold. Once you see these guys, once you hear from them, once you meet them at some point, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But their integrity is incredible. And so being debt-free, they get to make the decisions for us. So that's pretty cool.
You're right. Every time I hear them speak, they bring me to tears. They have such a heart for us. And so if you'll get to know the culture the longer you're in Plexus, but they care about people. And if anything is going on, a lot of times they'll get on the phone with ambassadors and stuff like that. And even just corporate, I know when I earned the iPad, I had a call from corporate just saying congratulations. And I thought, what other company does this? And I didn't answer the phone, obviously, because I never answer my phone. And they left a message and they're like, Kim, we just want to say congratulations. And you could hear the whole team erupt of cheers. And I thought, what other company celebrates people like this? And if y'all have a chance to go to convention, it's in Arizona. It's not in Arizona. It's in Las Vegas, and it'll blow you away. It's like church camp, really. I mean, it's just amazing. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the products, which is my favorite thing to talk about, but I'm only going to talk about a couple because if I talked about all of them, we would be here all night. So our products, when you hear testimonies, guys, they're always real people. We never pay for people. We never pay for testimonies or anything like that. Or advertising. We pay, these are real people, real results. So we're going to talk about the need for Plexus. 1 in 10 people are diabetic. By mid-century, it'll be 1 in 3, which is crazy. My daughter, when I tell her 1 in 10, she was an ICU nurse, and she's like, yeah, no, it's more than that. Because a lot of her patients that were in ICU, a lot of them were because of diabetic problems. Things that had gone wrong with diabetes, which blows my mind. 8 out of 10 people are overweight. And what's even more surprising now is the children. Even obesity is going to our kids. Our products address blood sugar balancing, addresses inflammation, and gut health. Gut health is kind of the buzzword along with inflammation. And when you put all three, blood sugar, inflammation, and gut health, those are kind of the precursor to a lot of our modern diseases nowadays. So we want to get these things in check. We're going to talk about the triplex. So there's 2 kits that I think are the most popular, and it's our weight loss, which is our Slim, MetaBurn, and Block. That's a welcome pack in itself. I love the Essentials welcome pack. And then we have our triplex. So a lot of times when I ask people, what are your health goals? They're going to tell me either I have gut health issues or they have weight loss issues. I truly, my heart of hearts, believe everyone can benefit from the triplex. Just because It addresses gut issues, and almost everybody struggles with gut issues, and they just don't realize it. So the triplex is 3 products. Do I have them? We have the Slim, I have the Hunger Control, the Probiotic, and the BioCleanse. So the Slim, let's talk about that. We have 2 kinds. We have the microbiome, which is the XOS, and we have the Hunger Control. In the microbiome, it's clinically demonstrated to help you lose weight. We have clinical studies, right? It promotes the growth of good gut microbiome. It increases your metabolism, and it supports healthy glucose metabolism. So a lot of times you're struggling losing weight. It's because your body, your blood sugar is out of balance. And when your blood sugar is out of balance, you're getting those sugar cravings. You're getting headaches. You're getting migraines, things like that. So whenever your blood sugar is out of balance, a lot of times you're shaky or you're starving, but you start to crave. You start to crave carbs, and you start to crave, sugar. When you feel fuller, like with our Hunger Control, it has specially formulated with more polydextrose in it, and it helps you shed the extra pounds because your desire to overeat is gone. You are starting to feel a little bit fuller, and it's going to last, fuller longer. We also have chromium. I love the Hunger Control. That's my favorite. But you want to make sure that when you talk to people about Slim, they are drinking half their body weight in ounces of water a day. We want to make sure that we're flushing toxins out of our body. How do we do that? Drink your water every day. Like I keep a mason jar. This one has rosemary and lemon in it, just because I was feeling a little fancy. But normally I just drink plain water, but it was really good. Okay.
I was going to say, I just drink bottled, plain.
Well, you're not fancy, Cheyenne.
Like Kim, or you can be plain like me. Either way.
Right. I gardened today, and I'm like, I have rosemary. Okay. So that is the Slim. Oh my gosh, I could sit here and talk forever on all the things that it's helped with, but we don't have time. So we're going to talk about the gut. Did you know that 70 to 80% of your body's immune system is in your gut? Having an unbalanced intestinal tract leads to so many problems. So if you look at people and they have autoimmune issues, a lot of times people with eczema, anything that's going on outwardly with your skin, it's a sign of something's going on inwardly, that your gut's out of balance. And so you want to start addressing things with your gut. And so if you're drinking milk from the grocery store, if you're eating meat from the grocery store, those all have antibiotics in it. And so we have a certain amount of good bacteria in our gut. If we're eating things, we're drinking milk, we're eating anything with like antibiotics or taking antibiotics, what's it doing? It's killing the good bacteria. Okay? The good bacteria, and then what happens? The bad bacteria just starts taking over, and our bodies start to shut down. And that is where a lot of times anxiety, depression. My daughter, when she was in high school, she tore her ACL playing softball. And we didn't think anything of it. We were not, at the time, we were not a healthy family. And she got a staph infection. Not 1, but 2. And they put her in the hospital, and they put a stent in her, and she was on IV antibiotics for an entire month. Well, guys, it takes your body, for you to be on 1 round of antibiotics, it takes your body 1 year to recover. When she went to nursing school, she started having crazy anxiety and depression. She could not handle the workload. We didn't know this. She was silently going on. When I started Plexus, we started focusing on her gut. All of her anxiety went away. What a gift, because we were finally adding good bacteria back in her body. So our probiotic, it helps to replenish your intestinal flora to the proper state. This one has 5 strands of probiotic bacteria for supporting your immune system. It has, doesn't say what I want to say, a digestive enzyme. There's so much I can tell you. It has Saccharomyces boulardii in it, and what that does, it helps. A lot of times we have candida in our body, which is a yeast overgrowth, and that is just a real hard shell. A lot of times we can't penetrate through that yeast because it's so hard, but the probiotics in this, the strands in this probiotic cut through that hard outer shell, so we're killing off that candida yeast in our body, which is great. We have a certain amount of candida, which is good. That's how our bodies break down whenever we pass away. But most of us have just a surplus of it. And so we want to kill that off, because a lot of times if you have yeast infections or thrush in your mouth, sinus infections, those are all allergies. Those are all because of candida in your body. Okay, so I could talk about this all, but this makes me happy. We have enzymes to break it down. I've already talked about that. Okay, so the last thing is the BioCleanse. Whenever people hear the word cleanse, they kind of panic because they think, I don't want to have to run to the bathroom. Nobody does, right? You don't want to have to stay home all the time. This is such a gentle cleanse. It's a magnesium supplement. It oxygenates our entire body. Why does that matter? Because free radicals. Cancer cannot live in an oxygenated state. Okay, we want to make sure that our body's oxygenated. It helps to cleanse your gastrointestinal tract. So this would be the tulip bowl brush. You're scrubbing it, and this is the flush. You've got to get the toxins out. So if you're bloated and things like that, guys, we got to get all those toxins out. It helps to energize your body. It supports collagen production, and obviously it relieves constipation, which I believe the majority of women are constipated. They're either constipated or they have IBS, where we don't have our normal going to the bathroom after every meal. And then we also, my favorite product right now is the MetaBurn. I love it so much. It has 5-HTP in it, which is a mood enhancer, and it also, what does it do? Your metabolism, boost your metabolism. So if you're not on that, I highly recommend it. And we have so many other products. If you're on Advil and things like that, those damage your liver. Guys, we have Ease. We have a nerve supplement that regenerates our nerves in our leg. When my daughter was in an accident and she had a compound fracture, so she has a rod in her leg from her knee to her foot. And her doctor told her, you'll never get feeling back in your leg. We put her on Nerve immediately. And after about 8 weeks, she went back to the doctor and she said, I don't remember what my leg feels like, but I think I have feeling. She had tingly feeling. All of her feeling is back in her leg, on that leg. It's just, anyway, so we have things that you don't have to go to the store. You don't have to go to Costco and buy vitamins and things like that. You're doing this and you're getting paid off of it. So it's your turn, Cheyenne. I talked way too much.
No, sorry, I couldn't get it off mute. Sorry. I have dogs walking in here. So
that's okay.
But speaking of getting paid, let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan. So we get paid, and I'm not going to go into every one of them, just like Kim didn't go into every single product, but we get paid 11 different ways, up to 11 different ways. And it's kind of crazy. The thing that I love the most about this company is that it doesn't matter if you are a brand new ambassador or if you've been in this for 6 years. Anybody can make money in this business. And that's what's so exciting to me. It's not like, oh, well, yeah, you can make money, but you got to wait, you got to be in it 5 years or it's nothing like that. So you can start making money right from the beginning. And I see that Kirby is on here. And Kirby, I don't want to call you out, but at the same time, I'm going to call you out because y'all, she just signed up. She's already gone silver, which is our first rank in our company. And she's already won her iPad. And Kim, when did she sign up? Last week?
She signed up. Kirby signed up. Let me think. Last month. She didn't have Facebook. So she just joined Facebook again, so she could get on our team page. And so we just announced her. She's working hard. And Veronica Conley signed up and went silver in 2 days.
Okay, Veronica's the other one.
I'm here too.
Awesome. So Veronica, congratulations both.
Veronica and Kirby are rocking it.
Yes, so congratulations to both of you. Y'all, that is incredible. And that is how we should get started. Our first goal in this is to go silver, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. So we actually get paid we get a check, 5 different checks a month. Okay. And so we get paid weekly, and then we get our compensation plan. Our weekly checks come from our bonuses of signing new ambassadors. And so that's always exciting to see. I think Kim always says she's surprised when she sees her,
every month, every week. I'm like, what? I get paid again.
It's fun. Those weekly checks are so much fun. And I know as a teacher, I didn't get weekly checks. And I guarantee you my work was really hard sometimes, and I was not getting those weekly bonuses. And so, and then we get our one big check a month, which is our commissions check. So my favorite way to get paid is probably the preferred customer bonus. And what that means is when you sign a preferred customer, not only do they get a discount, but you get a bonus. And so it's a win-win for both people involved. I tell people, do not ever pay retail, ever, never, ever, ever, because they're paying full price when they could get a discount on it. It has nothing to do with the bonus for me. I hate seeing friends pay full price for anything. So, Kim, what's your favorite way we get paid?
I know I say this all the time. I should come up with something else. The business building bonuses, especially right now, because every week, I mean, that's like, it pays for our entire grocery bill or even more than that. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for so long, I never get paid every week. And so this is awesome. And I get paid, and you get paid on not just your efforts, but the efforts of your team, which is residual income.
Yes. And that's pretty incredible. So yeah, our goal for you is for you to make money as fast as you can. And so that very first step, just like we were talking about Veronica and Kirby, that very first step is to go silver. That means you're adding 3 ambassadors to your team. You're adding 3 people. You're having 3 people join you. So actually, I'm getting into Kim's part. I'm going to let you talk.
I was sitting here listening going, good, this is good stuff, Cheyenne. Okay. What is your why? You're going to hear, I'm just going to kind of talk about a little bit about how we build this business, but these are words that you're going to hear us talk about. What is your why? We do this business. A lot of times we might do it to get our products cheaper. When you start to build the business, that evolves into something bigger. It might be you want to supplement your full-time income. You want to bring your husband home. You want to get your products paid for, okay? It might even be you want to pay for private school for your kids or whatever. But we need to have a why. We need to have something that is driving us. And guys, it's okay to say, I want this. Because I think when we started, everyone would say, I just want to help people. While those are great, a lot of times those are not really what drives us. But if you can't buy your groceries every month and your why is, I want to buy groceries, that is actually going to drive you a little bit more than, oh, I just want to help people. Why? Yes, that's what we're doing. But I want you to have a goal or a why that really motivates you and inspires you to keep doing this and not give up whenever somebody tells you no. I encourage you, write down your why. Usually when I talk to people, I ask them, what are your goals in this? But I want you to really think about what is your why. Write it down, send it to your upline. I know when my team sends it to me, I keep it so I can pray over it. And so if they're having a hard day, I'll say, you know what? But what is your why? Why are you doing this? Another thing is, what are your goals? I'm very goal driven. this month, my goal is to add, obviously it was to earn the iPad. I wanted to add 6 people. Once I added 6, now my goal is to add 12. Really, honestly, it's 20. My goal is to add 20 people. And I'm running out of time, but that is my goal. When you get started, you might think, I just want to get my products paid for. So what does that take? It takes about 3 customers, right? So your goal would be, I want to get 3 customers. I encourage you, whenever you have a team or for yourself, the best thing you can do is to help them make money as fast as they can. And how do you do that? Go silver. That means when you've shared this with 3 friends, you get 3 friends to sign up as an ambassador. When I went silver, they congratulated me on the team page. They're like, way to go, Kim went silver. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And you're not supposed to tell anybody. I was a private, secret Plexus person. But y'all, I saw my paycheck. I got $100 bonus. And you have to remember, I used my life savings, my garage sale money, and I needed to replace that life savings just in case something tragic happened to our family. And so I needed to go silver, and that's what I did. So I encourage you, share it with 3 people. Especially this month, every single person should have 6 codes. Oh my goodness. You sign up 6 people, and then you're helping them sign up people. I want you to make money as fast as you can because I know it will bless you. So when you go silver as fast as you can, it's called the power. I work my business in the power of 3. I try to get 3 customers and I try to get 3 ambassadors. But I really focus on getting 3 ambassadors every month because that is what keeps my business going every month. I want to help 3 people, and then I want to help those 3 people help 3 people. And that is how you start growing your business and then your efforts become, when you see the thing, when you work for somebody, I used to work and I would get paid on 30 hours a week. Well, all those 30 hours came from me. Whenever you have a team of people, you might be getting paid on 30 hours. Those 30 hours are not all just coming from you. It might be, I'm looking at Jessica's on my team and Christy's on my team and Julie's on my team. And if we all work an hour a week or however much, you're getting paid on that. Does that make sense? Okay. And I encourage you guys, you already know you're on this team call. Do not wait until you know everything. I was talking to somebody the other day. She wanted to start this business. Actually, she's been in the business a while. She wanted to restart. And she goes, well, I feel like I just need to go back and brush up on all of the products. And I said, okay, that's just your excuse for not getting started. You know what you need to know right now. Start sharing. You learn as you go because it is so important to keep your pace going. Do not stop so you can learn everything. That's what I call the power of pace. When you go fast in this business, it builds belief. But so many times, because we're afraid of rejection or whatever it might be, we stop or we don't even get started because we feel like we have to learn everything. Like I told you, when I started, I didn't even know that it was called going silver. My upline told me, you need to find 3 people. So I did. When people would ask me, well, what is the pink drink? Y'all, if you're on my team, I tell this story all the time. I'd say, I don't really know, but this is what it tastes, Actually, I didn't even know what it tastes like because I'd never tried it. And I just said, my friend Brittany's doing it and this works for her. You should do it with me. And people said, okay. Yeah. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what I didn't know.
Right.
Just works.
I like this one. I like this one.
Right.
This is what I like. Take it.
That's it. This is what I bought when I got started. Now, obviously, I did learn.
Right. But you're exactly right. You learn as you go. I didn't know what going silver was either. And actually, the first person that I sponsored, she went silver before I did. And because I didn't even know there was a silver. I don't even think I knew I was in network marketing. I kid you not. Like, I had no clue. And her best friend messaged me and said, can we post that Kim went silver? And I was like, yeah, but what is that? Like, it was a different Kim Wilson, not Kim Waller. Anyways, so yeah, you learn as you go. And if you're not telling telling your friends and family member, I guarantee you somebody else will. That's why it's so important not to sit back and try to learn everything. Just be honest and real with them and share. So, talking about sharing, what we want you to do, a great way to figure out who you're going to share these products with, is we want you to make a list of 20 to 25 people, okay? That may sound like a lot. It's not going to be a lot, I promise you. Sit down and make, a list of 5, and then add 5 to that. Think of your friends and family members. If someone scares you, like if you think, I could never tell them about it, they'd think I was crazy, that's going to be the first person you need to talk to, because more than likely they're an influencer, right? And that's probably what intimidates you or scares you a little bit, is that for whatever reason, that they maybe intimidate you. Okay, sorry, my daughter's walking in. So hold on just a second, baby. So I want you to think about who would you tell if you found out today you were pregnant? Who would be the first 5 to 6 people that you would tell? Okay, I want you to think about that. And when you have those 5 or 6 people in your head, those are going to be the first 5 to 6 people you tell about Plexus. Okay, because those are your most important people, right? So if I found out I was pregnant today, we'd have problems just because I'm too old for that. But just think about who you would tell and who you would share with first. Guys, you're going to add to this list as we go, because eventually you're going to have hundreds of people on this list some of them are going to have check marks beside them because, yep, they joined your team or they became a customer. Some are going to have maybe a scratch through because right now they're not interested, but you might want to come back to them later. So you never take anybody's name away. No doesn't always mean no. It just might mean not right now. But you're going to continuously add to this list as you think of people. You're going to be going throughout your day and you're going to think, I just read on Facebook that so-and-so doesn't have energy. They're exhausted. I need to reach out to them. So you're going to add to your list daily. Don't be surprised if your friends won't hop on board or your family members don't hop on board right away. It could be, it may not be time for them, or they may just have to watch. Sometimes our closest friends and our family members are the hardest ones to get on board. So just remember that. They'll eventually
2 years to jump on board.
Yes. Well, my mom tried to tell me things didn't work. Our products didn't work for about 5 months. And out of the blue, she said, hey, I want to join your team. And I said, why do you want to join my team? You don't think our products work? And she said, oh, well, I started drinking my water and I quit drinking my wine at night. And I started losing weight and I feel good. And I was like, oh, so they do work, So it's just wherever people are in their journey. And so remember, whenever you're talking to your friends and your family members, that you're sharing, not selling. We're just telling our friends. It's like our favorite mascara. If I find a good mascara and Kim's been saying she needs good mascara, guess what? I'm going to tell her which one I found and why I like it, right? So why would I not share products in a business that have truly changed my life, or that I know have the potential to change my life? Pick up the phone when you're talking to your friends. Y'all, passion has a voice. And something that a team member told me the other day, she actually was hurt in an accident, and I voice messaged her, just telling her I hope she felt better. I was worried about her. I was praying for her. And she literally came up to me the other day and she was crying and she said, I got to hear the passion in your voice, that you truly loved me and that you truly wanted what was best for me and wanted me to get better. And so, y'all, your passion for these products has a voice, just like whenever you're loving on somebody else. So if you can't pick up the phone and call them, then I want you to voice message them. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Me.
I'm so sorry. My daughter's going to bed.
Wow.
Good night, Tram.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So your first post, is this still me? Yes, it's still me, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your first post, first post on social media. If you haven't done your first post yet, I want to encourage you to post, because your friends, that's one way, a small way, to talk about your new business venture or your new products with your friends, is by introducing it on Facebook or Instagram, social media, whatever you're using. Maybe you take a picture of your products, or maybe you say, I decided to listen to my friend Kim. I've joined my friend Kim in this journey. I'm hoping Plexus will X, Y, and Z. And so, maybe this is a great time for you to tell Kim's story, or let Kim share her story on your page, or I share my story on your page. Whatever it is, maybe you're just holding your pink drink and you're taking a picture and you're saying, the different things that this pink drink might help with. Whatever it is, get on social media. We are a hot mess tonight. I'm so sorry, y'all. And just say what you hope Plexus will do for you, or what Plexus is doing for you. Make sure that when you do that, you tag your sponsor. And you could say something like, I'm so excited about my future. I'm tired of not feeling like the best me. And I know things are about to change. Who wants to do this with me? That's it. That's something that simple. Y'all, between one of our daughters and a bulldog right here, I don't know if you can see her face. I'm getting a little distracted. So sorry. So make sure that when you're reaching out to people, or that you're posting on social media, that you're inviting people to come along with you, okay? Sometimes it takes 5 to 10 reaches before someone ever shows any interest at all. If for some reason, you're saying, well, no one's liking my post, or they're not, engaging with me on social media, y'all, that doesn't mean that they're not interested. They're still watching. I guarantee it. Because I still have people, I'm almost 6 years in, and I still have people out of the blue that will come to me about these products. And I think, oh my goodness, it has taken you almost 6 years to get involved with these products. And either I've reached out to them, or they've heard how wonderful they are, whatever. They've been watching. And it's crazy to me, but it's still happening. So it still shows me that what I'm posting is being seen. If somebody likes your post, follow up with them. You can say, thank you so much for just, encouraging me, or thank you for supporting me in my business venture. You could say, do you think these products would be something that you're interested in? Y'all, they can respond. They can ignore you. It doesn't mean it's a no. I promise you, I have people that come back later and say, hey, I'm ready now. And I thought, well, I've messaged you several times and you've ignored me, but that's okay. That is okay. They're still watching. And no doesn't mean no forever. Okay. Do not just share a post. So if you see Kim post something and you think, wow, that's really good, y'all, don't just click that share button. You're going to use a copy and paste, and then that's the way you can use the same one. But make sure up at the top, you use your wording. You want this to sound like a post that's coming from your heart. Obviously, if you didn't write the testimony that's in there or whatever, that can't all be yours, but you can tell why that post or why that testimony was special to you, or why it meant something to you. Let's see. Yeah, just show excitement. Share your testimony, big or small. You might want to make your Facebook page public. That way people can see your post. And just remember, people are going to hear about Plexus from someone. Let it be you, because I guarantee you our products people need them. Okay. People need our products for sure.
Awesome. Okay. And I think a lot of it just goes back to, guys, when we're sharing about Plexus, we want to make sure that we're adding value to people. We want to speak to their pain point. So what are people's pain points? A lot of times it's overweight, it's exhaustion, it's sickness, it's gut issues, it's financial issues. And so that's what we're speaking to. And in this business, especially Cheyenne and I, we talk a lot about loving people. We want to help them. That's when you're coming at it with a heart of truly helping people. I had a lady, it's so hard. A lot of my new ambassadors and the people I work with are from Instagram because I love the Instagram community so much. And I've met the most amazing people. So this lady, I don't know her, and so she doesn't know me. We don't get to talk. And she said, she starts just sharing her story. Her daughter had passed away. So I went and looked it up I'm like, how did her daughter pass away? Because I knew her name. She is an ambassador on my team, not building the business. Her daughter passed away less than 2 years ago. So when she told me, I let myself go. This is why my daughter passed away. I threw out my back. I'm focusing on self-care. And she said, I hope you understand that I'm not going to build the business. And my heart, like, you will never, ever, ever hear me push that. But now I know how I can pray for her. And so I went on a prayer walk before supper today, and I'm praying over her. And that is what this business is about. Every day I ask the Lord, and I just encourage you to do the same. Lord, work your power in and through me so we can change people. So anyway, okay, I'll stop that. Building belief. This is huge because a lot of times you get started and almost everybody says, I'm not a good salesperson. And I'm like, praise Jesus, neither am I. We don't want good salespeople. But then you think, I can never do anything like this. My strongest person on my team told me, I will never be able to sell anything. I tried when I was 19 and I failed, or something like it was. She's in her 50s. And she tried when she was either 19 or 20. And I thought, okay, first of all, why are you still holding on to that? But she said, I'll never be able to do this. I spoke belief into her. And I'm speaking it into you. I believe every single person on this call can be successful in this business. Because if I'm successful, I know anybody can. Because there's nothing any different. There's nothing that sets me and Cheyenne apart than you. We just have belief that God's going to show up and this business works. We have the best products on the market. And this is the best compensation plan. I know because I've done 4 other network marketing. It was a long time ago. But y'all, this compensation plan will blow your mind. And I know the executives. I just think everything in Plexus is hands down the best. And so you have to believe in yourself. And it might not be very strong right now. So I want you to work on your belief. I want you to get some books that help build your belief in network marketing. GoPro is a great one. Beach Money, Flip Flop CEO. Those are just 3 off the top of my head. Those will help build your belief in network marketing. Watch Diamond documentaries. That will help you build belief in Plexus. And then talk to your upline. Make sure you're linking arms with people that are successful in this business so they can build belief in you. And go off our belief for right now until you get some. Make sure you're reading. I read a book that's going to grow me every single day. I also listen to podcasts. I don't even listen to music very much because I'm listening to podcasts or audiobooks. I'm constantly learning to be the very best that I can be. Learn about the products. You've got to be a product of the product. You have to use our products. We have videos all over our team pages on the products. read testimonies. I'm just making sure I go plug into team calls. I do a team call every week. Cheyenne has team calls. It's great. You can get on these team calls as many times as you want. I think that's it.
No, I love that. And Kim is so right. This business is a relationship business. You said that a while ago. In just loving on people. And so 2 books that I would really recommend that I feel like help me just in relationships in general. They aren't network marketing books, but Love Does by Bob Goff and Everybody Always by Bob Goff. Those 2 just continuously show you how you need to be loving others. And I think when you love others in this business, like Kim said, that's really what this is about, is loving others and just helping people. So I just wanted to throw those 2 in there.
And if you need other book ideas, we have a million.
Yes, you can ask us. We can give you a million books for sure. There's another one, and I'm looking for it.
I'm like, Preston Swaggerly has some great books for starting out in network marketing.
Yes. Another one is You Are Made for a God-Sized Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. And so those are some great books. Some other things that we want to just quickly go over. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Something else that's going to help you in this business are income producing activities. You'll hear people refer to them as IPAs. But what that is just working your business daily. So to get started, a simple income producing activity plan for a day would be called 3-2-1. Okay. What that means is you're going to reach out to 3 new people every day. You're going to follow up with 2 people, maybe that have said they're interested in this business, or maybe they're interested in the products. And then 1 is you're going to do personal development. You're going to pour into yourself. And when you start growing a team, you're going to pour not only into yourself, but you're going to pour into your team. So y'all, if you have a full-time job and you're thinking, well, that's great, Cheyenne, you stay home and you get to work your business every day. Guys, I was a kindergarten teacher that first year, and I was making my way to the top of this company. I worked my business in the nooks and crannies every single day. I literally got up 15 minutes extra or early so I could make sure that I had time to post on social media in the mornings. On my lunch break, I would check for messages. I would respond to messages. During my conference, I would do the same thing. And then I would come home at night, and after the kids were in bed, I would do the same thing. I would work and reach out to people and, follow up with people. So your nooks and crannies may be different. You may only have 30 minutes in the evenings or 30 minutes in the mornings or whatever it is. But that personal development, you can't skip out on. You can't skip it, because it's so important to grow yourself. If nothing else in this business, I've learned more about myself and who I am and who God's created me to be in this business than I have any other time in my life. Mm-hmm. But y'all, you can, like Kim said, you can listen to the books while you're driving to work or while you're getting ready in the morning. You can listen to a podcast. You can listen to a call. I know Kim does early morning calls on her team. And there are people that turn off their video camera and they're literally putting on makeup, but they're listening. So show up and pour into yourself. And then that way, when you are pouring into yourself, you are full and you can pour into your team. So make sure you're doing that each and every day.
And I can't encourage you. I mean, if you get to convention, get to convention. Okay. So if I go to a restaurant and we're done eating and the waitress comes around and she says, can I interest you in some dessert? And I tell her, no, I don't want any. I'm good. She does not go back to the kitchen and cry a river and go, I cannot believe they said no to me. We have apple pie is so good. I cannot believe they said no. But a lot of times, guys, that's what we do with our business. We attach ourselves to the outcome. So she doesn't know that I don't eat sugar, right? And so the answer is no, it's not, maybe not right now. Maybe next time I'll come in, I'll have a piece of pie. And so that's what I really want you to think about that in the business. A lot of times we ride this emotional roller coaster. This person said, yes, yay, everything's good. I'm at the top of the world. I'm going to the top of the company. And then your mom tells you that you're in a scam. And then you just kind of go down and you're like, this is the worst day of my life. What did I do? And then it's a constant roller coaster. We really have to get control of our emotions in this and just stay solid. And that can be hard in this business. But y'all, we have just ebbs and flows in this business. Just stay even. You're going to have good days and you're going to have days that are not so good. Just stick it out, but just don't ride that emotional roller coaster.
So good. I wrote it a lot in the beginning. I'm glad I jumped off of it. That's for sure. Yeah. So, okay, we're going to finish up this call quickly, but I just want to go back over a few things that are so important. If you have not made your first post on social media, do that. Do it tonight. Do it in the morning. If you need help, your upline can help you. If you don't know who, like if your upline, if you've been in this business for a while and your upline's no longer in this company, reach out to me or Kim. We can help you. We would love to help you get started. Make your list of 20 or 25 to 25. And don't forget, reach out to those 5 to 6 friends that you would tell if you're pregnant. Those first friends that you would call are family members. If those people, when you're making that list, if they scare you, that's the first person to reach out to. And then the last thing, go silver. Go silver. Get those 3 ambassadors. Who can you call today, tomorrow? Who can you get to join your team? And once you get those 3, help them get 3, right? And this month, we want to say get 6.
I was going to say, this month your goal should be the iPad.
You can get that iPad. So if you don't have your codes or you don't know where your codes are to help get those ambassadors signed up for free, then let your sponsor know and they can help you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, go silver. Actually, go silver twice this month. You'll get that $100 bonus and an iPad, which is incredible. And then let Kim and I know so we can cheer you on and we can be so excited for you. We are here to help you. We're here to cheer you on. We're here to troubleshoot with you. Whatever it is that you need, we are here for you.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? And then after you go silver, help your people go silver.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, it's Kirby.
Hi, Kirby.
I have questions. My kids were jumping on the couch and crying while you were covering the income producing activities. Can you cover those 3 really quick again?
Yes. So it's reaching out to 3 people every day. It's following up with 2 people. So just if somebody's shown interest, or if they've liked your social media post or whatever, following up with 2 people. And then the 1 is going to be personal development. And then once you start, you have a team, you have 3 people, you're going to start pouring into them as well. But you're pouring into yourself each and every day, and then you're pouring into your team as well. So it's 3, 2, 1. Reach out, follow up, and self-development, and then training 1 person each day.
Another thing that
Thank you.
Cheyenne reminded me, she has this on her team page. I thought it was really good. If you don't know who to reach out to, Cheyenne has this thing where it reach out to the people that their name starts with the letter A, and then she goes, then it starts with the letter B and then the letter C. And I thought that was really smart because sometimes we sit down and we go, I don't know who to talk to.
Yeah. And I will say something that Kim has helped me do is I plan out my weeks now on Sunday night. So on Sunday nights, I sit down and I figure out who I'm going to reach out to each day of the week. And that has made the biggest difference in my business because now I can get through my income producing activities super fast because it's planned out.
That's a really good idea.
Mom.
And Kirby, I love that you said your kids were jumping on the couch and crying. My daughter was standing here ready to tell me goodnight, and my dog's jumping on me, and that's part of this business. You get to work from home, right?
Mommy's working. Yep. We're all going to eventually be in our car in the garage doing this call.
I might. We're still learning social skills. So,
look. And Kirby, I'm so glad to see your face. I've never seen it. Not that we're in person, but so fun.
I know. I'm kind of at the rough part of the day, so I apologize. But
I do a spray tan, so y'all, it's a little dark. I'm going to start really looking dark because it gets darker before I wash it out. I'm going to look orange. Okay. Darn, I just should not have had that on the recorded call. Stop recording. That's embarrassing. I'm going to have to delete this. Okay. Does anybody have another question? All right. Okay. Well, Jessica, do you have it? Okay, okay, go ahead, Jessica.
Okay, well, I have my close relatives that I want to help. I want to help them so badly. I think I'm going to buy the products myself and just send it to them because I don't think that they're going to sign up. And I've talked to them and they're so frugal. And they're kind of in a financial spot anyways. So, have you been in that kind of situation?
Okay. So we're all a lot of people are. And so sometimes we do want to help people so bad. And I know your heart and I know who you're talking about too. So it makes it very personal. Okay. So I've been in this business for 5 years. Took my dad, I was about to go emerald before he said, well, why don't you tell me what are you doing, Kim? I have talked to him about it multiple times. Okay. I've been in the business 5 years. My brother is one of my very best friends. He still does not use the products. He's never tried the products. He doesn't want to because he quote, I prefer chemicals over good stuff. Okay. My sister, who also is one of my very, very best friends, does not use the products. My mother does not. Okay. So, but guys, if I stopped and waited for them, I wouldn't have a team of a couple thousand people. My mom even told me one time, Kim, nobody makes money at those kind of businesses. I'm an emerald. I make $100,000 a year. I'm like, you're wrong. So you just can't let that slow you down. Now, people, they are going to afford what they want. I know they're on a strict budget, these people. Okay. I was broke and I came up with the money. Don't let that slow you down right now, Jessica. Keep moving forward. If you feel the Lord is putting on your heart to give them products, but I like to see you make money before you start spending it. But that's me. Cheyenne, you put your 2 cents in.
Totally. I 100% agree with everything Kim said. The one thing that you could do is that if they're wanting to give these products a try, have them find 3 people that will join them in this as well so they could immediately start making their money back. You know what I mean? That way it doesn't feel like a financial burden. They can see if I have 3 friends to do this with me, then I can immediately start making my money back. And so that might be a good way too. If it's something they're truly interested in, if they need these products. The problem with, and I get it, there have been people before that I want to save, and my sister-in-law is one of them. And what I see is once I've given them the products or once I've done whatever it is, then there's nothing that's holding them responsible to making themselves better with these products. You know what I mean? Like
there's no value attached to it. And so it's just,
there's no consistency. It's not their money. It's not their money that was spent on those products. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. There's no value. So.
And Jessica, I know that's not what you want to hear. I know you probably want me to say buy it for them. If that's what you feel and you're positive that they will take it, and if they see that their diabetes in 30 days will go away, which, I mean, it can help. and then they're going to buy products, because what's going to happen is you're buying your products and then you're buying their products and you're not making money yet. Does that make sense? And we can talk more about this. Like, you can call me later tomorrow and we can talk about it, because I know this is on your heart, but I just really have a hard time doing it for people. That doesn't mean I have not bought people products to bless them.
Yes. And that's totally 100% the truth. And I get it. Sometimes God does lay that on your heart, and that is what you're to do. So only you can discern that. You know what I mean?
And I've bartered products before. I had a girl that helped with a wedding, and she said, I really want you to pay me in Plexus products. And I was like, okay. Because she couldn't afford it herself. That's different. She wanted it. It was a value. Does that make sense? We don't want to cheapen our products.
I really hope I can barter for my girls' weddings.
It wasn't like that much. It was like chalkboard size.
Well, I have another question.
Yes.
I have a cousin who, when I invited her to join me on this journey, she was like, yeah, I have friends who do Plexus, but I'll do it with you. And then I've been reaching out to her repeatedly, and I hear crickets. I mean, she will not call me. She will not text back. And I'm like, okay, was that just like,
Have you asked her what's holding her back? Just those words like, hey, I know at one point you were interested. I don't want this to affect, your cousins, right? Isn't that what you just said, your cousins? Like, I don't want this to affect our relationship. If you're no longer interested, that is great. If you're still interested, what's holding you back? Maybe put it like that. And then that way she has an out. Like, yeah, right now it's not a good time. Like, you've given her that okay to say, hey, I'm no longer interested, or I can't afford it. And most of the time, people are not going to say, I can't afford it. They will think of a million other excuses, or they will ignore you until they can't afford it, because that's hard for people to say sometimes, is I can't afford it. So just keep that in mind as well. But maybe just asking her, and giving her the okay that, hey, your relationship, our friendship, our family bond comes way before any business, and just letting her know it's okay if she's no longer interested. But then you stop wasting time asking her. But if she's still interested, then to reach out to her occasionally,
A lot of people go in the witness protection program after we talk to them. And so you just, I reach out and go, I'm not trying to bother you, and I do exactly what Cheyenne does. Says the same thing. Doesn't matter to me, but if you want to join, I don't want you to miss out on this code. You're not alone, Jessica. A lot of people do that.
I just messaged my sister-in-law the same type thing.
I have about 15 people I'm talking to, and they went quiet. I'm like, you literally were about to sign up. But you know what? We have to remember it's on our mind because it's our business. It's not as much on other people's mind, and they're busy doing a million things. I'll be honest. I order like my natural deodorant online, and I started thinking, I have been meaning to order it for 2 weeks now. It's about to get pretty stinky around here because I'm running out, and I'm like, I really need to do it. And I have to believe that that's what's going on in people's mind. They're meaning to do it. Life is busy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, do you have another question?
No.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question? And then this has gone a little bit longer. Okay.
We're so glad y'all joined us. Thank you all so much.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.